Hello Stampers, my name is Linda Bedinger and I'm an independent Stampin Up! Demonstrator in Denver, Colorado. I'm so glad you could join me today. I have my paper pumpkin alternatives for you. This was a very challenging kit for me. And so this one is called the World's Greatest, and it had to do with badges and loving cups and things like that, and it really threw me for a loop. So I didn't do anything like that. So let's just get started and I'll show you. Okay, so here is the paper pumpkin this time. It's called World's Greatest, and this had to do with medals and awards and loving cups and trophies and things like that, and I'll have to admit it just didn't do anything for me. So I went completely off the reservation. I even looked at their alternatives. I did make one though that's sort of close to one of the ones that they did, but let me tell you about what's in this kit. This time it was this stamp set that had this circular stamp, this which looked like a ribbon. You deserve a medal. You're the best kid teacher. This calls for a celebration's world's greatest, #1 friend and coach. I used this round stamp. I used you deserve a medal, you're the best, and friend. Let's see, what else is in this kit? You got a whole bunch of these vellum leaves, which are just gorgeous, and they're really pretty, and they're easy to color. So you can get a lot of different looks by putting some color on these. I'm just going to bring out a piece of paper here so that I can lay these things down and you can still see them. Okay, then there was this ribbon like you might find on a medal, and I used a little bit of the ribbon, but you can see I have actually quite a bit left. And then there was this, which was a Pacific Point Stampin' Spot. Then there were 3 card bases. There was this card base with this plaid pattern on it and this blue pattern. Then let me grab some more of the things. A whole page full of stickers, not stickers, but laser cut bright gold pieces that were banners and circles. Then there was, let's see, several of these big blue circles, and these pieces which look like watercolor wash in Bumblebee and in Mint Macaron. Then there are several of these pieces. I keep finding more of these leaves. And this is where the blue circle came out of here. And I'm sure you could do something with this inner piece. I didn't. I used one of these frames in my card, and they had set this up so that you could do shaker cards. So there's some shaker card material in here as well. Let's see. There's a package of stars for the shakers. There are several pages of these circles, larger circles, smaller circles, these big white banners, and some smaller white banner type material, laser cut. Then let's see, there are the envelopes, and the envelopes have this small pattern like around here, and this it's got the blue pattern that is on here And if I remember right, there's one other kind of envelope that has that larger green pattern. Let me see if I can find one of those. Yes. So there's envelopes that have this larger green plaid pattern on them. And let's see, there's this page of cutouts that was more vellum flowers. These award cups, and then there was this package that has your glue dots, your dimensionals, and a couple of frames to make shaker cards. Okay, now I did tell you I didn't make anything like that. I decided that I didn't like the look of it. That's horrible to probably say, but I really didn't. So let me move those out of the way and I'll show you what I did do with this kit. So I used a few bits of cardstock that coordinated. I used a bit of not soft suede. I used Bumblebee, and I used a lot of mint macaron. I used a little bit of Pacific Point and a little bit of Balmy Blue. This flyer was in there also that talks about, it says this kit has something for everyone this season in our first ever dual purpose kit. The autumn themed treat packages are perfect to bring the joys of the season to any occasion, but if you're a Halloween lover, this kit has the right amount of spook to make your Halloween themed treat package pop. And as you know, I'll be making cards instead of treat packets with that kit. So let me show you what I did do. This is the closest to one that they made, and I used Balmy Blue on the back. Oh, looks like I got a spot on that one. And then I used a piece of Pacific Point. This blue is cut 4 by 5 1/4, and then I just put a strip of that plaid from one part. The cards come, let me just show you again. The cards come with both sides having the pattern on it. Well, in every case, I cut this in half and then used this half to make a card, and this half is available to make a card. So you can make twice as many as they give you card fronts for that. And I colored the back side of this vellum flower, and then I had these blue adhesive gems. I can't remember what they're called, but I'll get it in the video for you. And I thought the blue on this one kind of went along with this, and I see I've broken my rule here. I usually have at least 3, always doing an odd number. So I'm just going to pick one up and put it in here. Maybe we can add it right up in here. There we go. So there's 3 of them on there. And then on the inside of this one, I did the same. Blue with a little bit of the Bumblebee, the Pacific Point, and then that pattern material. And You Deserve a Medal, I thought by itself looked like something, you know, there's times that you have a friend or an acquaintance that's having a tough time at work, and it might be a kind of a fun thing to send somebody that says, know what you've been through, you deserve a medal for going through whatever. And so I kind of enjoyed that one. That is card number 1. By the way, I think I made 6. All right, so this is the second card that I made. And I took, and you can use any embossing folder in the background here. I just used this one that we got recently with the ornate flowers because I like the small patterns of the flowers. And then I just used mint macaron because it seemed to go best with this to just make a birthday card. Happy birthday. This calls for a celebration and then simple decoration inside. But isn't that pretty? It's nice and bright and cheery, and it's a birthday card. Or it could just be a celebration card and you could put a pretty flower in here. Then let's see, the next one I made is this, and it's what I think of as more of a masculine birthday card. It's got lots of layers on it. It's got bumblebee and then a full page of this blue, and then I cut this bumblebee piece in the middle 2 3/4 square, and then the blue behind it in Pacific Point 3 inches square. And then I used the circles that they provided and stamped a happy birthday. This happy birthday comes from Here's a Card, which, as you know, if you all watch me, that's one of my favorites. And on the inside, I just did a simple decoration, bringing the colors to the inside of the card, and made it, I thought, and put the ribbon on just in a little way that's a little bit more unexpected. And it could have gone up and down, it could have gone behind this, it could have gone like a package, it could go any number of ways, but this one kind of appealed to me, and I thought that made a great masculine happy birthday card. Then this is where I started really going off the reservation. I took that cup and I snipped off, let me see if I can find it so you can see what it looks like when it's not cut apart. And there it is. I took this cup, punched it out of here, and it's got little holes in here, and I just cut it apart to make it more like a vase. I cut it off down here, and then I fussy cut around the edges, and I cut off the lid so that it became more of a vase. And then I used some of the vellum, one of the vellum pieces, and cut it into pieces. And since it was done in gold, I put some of that from Forever Greenery, the Forever Greenery gold, shiny gold embellishments, and I put a few leaves in that, and at the top I put You're the Best. Now that could be for anything. And then on the inside of this card, I put a few more of those leaves and brought the color from the inside, outside to the inside. That one is card number 4. Then this one is one where I took one of those color washed pieces and I stamped Friend. And then I just folded the ends of these vellum sprays over and glued them to the back. And then every place that I used one of these rhinestones, and these rhinestones come from our holiday rhinestone basic jewels, and I used these here that are kind of a pale green. This is soft seafoam, and I liked it, and it looked like some of the other colors in here, and I just used this piece in the center, put these flowers around it, and then added these rhinestones to this. And every place I put a rhinestone, I put a little bit of glue underneath so I could further glue down these vellum pieces. And then on the inside, I used the negative space for where I cut out the these pieces, and used one of these to, I never throw these pieces away that I've cut something away from, because you never know when you might be able to do something like this, to lay this down across here and just use a sponge dauber. And I used the mint macaron ink to kind of get the image of the flowers on the inside. I think that might be my favorite, I'm not sure. Then this one, I cut up 1/2 of one of those pages and I made a Christmas card. And so I used the happy birthday from Here's a Card, and then I used a couple of sentiments from Poinsettia Petals, Merry Christmas, and Warm Wishes from Our House to Yours. And what I did was I cut one of these panels like this in half, and then I made my tall tree by cutting the tree out of that. Then I took the other side and cut it in half and made 2 smaller trees there to put in place. Now, out of these pieces that were left here, I squared them up so that they also made triangles and put a few of those on the inside. So there you go. That is the 6 cards that I made from this paper pumpkin kit that had to do all about achievements and awards, and it just didn't appeal to me, so I did birthday cards and Christmas cards and friend cards and other kinds of things. So that are my projects for the day. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel today. I do so appreciate it. And if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. Or you could join my team. There's going to be a great join offer in September. And it is about the materials to make kits to make cards, and a stamp set, and a way, if you became a demonstrator, to instructions to work a class around the material that you got with your kit. So that's kind of a fun thing. Let's see, this is the last day of August, so this will actually go up on September 1st. My prize draw for August was the bundle of your choice out of the mini catalog that we're working on that goes through December. And my prize draw for the month of September, the Poinsettia Petals bundle for Christmas. It's got lots of really wonderful images, and I've already made 1 card and I'll make some more with it, but this bundle will be my September prize. And all it takes to get into the prize is to put an order of any size on my store, lbedinger.stampinup.net, and you can get to it through my blog, www.inkingenuity.com. Again, thanks for stopping by, and I'll be back soon with more cards, more projects, and more tips. Bye!